Hello and welcome back to the Mintage Man. Today's video is just going to basically be about how my coin collection has gone so far. Oh yeah, there's a new intro. Check it out. So first of all, what we have here is the Whitman Classic album of 1909 to 95. It's a big book. And let's go ahead and take a look at the pages. As you may see here, I have absolutely nothing on this page from the 1909 VDB to the 1920 San Francisco mark. However, on this page, I do have one wheat cent in here, and that will be the 1926 Philadelphia. And it is by far my oldest wheat cent. Next page coming up, I do in fact have my second oldest year, the 1937 Philly. And we have a lot of things in the 40s as predicted. Yeah, a lot here. No steel cents, unfortunately, but I do have all DPS in 1944 to 46. Unfortunately, that will not continue for the 1947 because I do not have the S mark, but I do have at least one of every year, some of them not having Philadelphia, some of them not having San Francisco's. Side note, I think that's a really nice 1959 Denver. Next up we have here is 1960 through 74. Well, most of this is just brown, but we do have a couple reds and maybe BUs and all that. Maybe a red brown there for 68. Yeah. Continuing on from 1974 to 83, everything here is basically, I'd say, C+ on average. 74, 76, and 77 are in pretty nice shape. And relatively anything 82 and ahead will be practically mint state. No S proofs, unfortunately. Next up will be this album. Here we have here is the Lincoln Memorial Cent from 1999 to 2008 and then 2009. But there wasn't a whole empty page here, so I did go to 2025. Almost everything here is basically mint state to AU. As you can see here, I have everything on this page. Pretty nice. Just kidding, I don't have all the 2009s. However, if you flip on this page, I do have, in fact, everything here from 2011 to 2025. Once again, joking, I do not have the 2025 Denver. Also, strangely, my 2018 is extremely shiny. Whoa. Finally, or not really finally, but for the cents, finally, we have 4 Indian head cents. I'm gonna throw on the light here. We have technically the oldest coin in my collection from 1883. Dang, I always thought that was 1888, not 1883. Next up is a 1901, then 1898, and then 1902. So this is technically the oldest coin that I have, and I accidentally mistook it as an 1888, so it's 5 years older than I actually thought it was. So that's a nice thing I just found on camera. There's my Indian head cents. As you may notice here, we have each decade as a row, and we have each column as a year from such decade, such as like the 20s, 10s, 2000s, 1990s, 80s, 70s, all that. You can see that I don't exactly do other coins rather than pennies much. However, over here, we do have 4 Buffalo nickels, being a 1936, 1936, 1936, and a 1925, and 3 V nickels. Just take a look at the years themselves. As you may notice here, it's even worse for the dimes. No silver, no mercuries over here. The oldest I have is a 1966. But it's the same thing. Each row is a different decade down, and each column is just a different year. Yeah, it's not really that fun doing dimes, and they're more expensive, so I don't exactly do these. What we have here is relatively the same thing that we've been doing. But with quarters this time. 2020s, 2010s, 2000s, 1990s, 80s, 70s, 60s, all that. As you can see here, the oldest is 1965. I do not have any silver. Go talk to the lady numismatist. She's the expert in that. Also, she has the only silver in the whole collection group. We'll talk about them later. But as you can see here, I have a pretty decent collection rather than the 1978 quarter that I have. Whoosh. Yeah, as you can see here, I'm absolutely terrible with half dollars. I have a lot of them in the 1970s, 71, 72, a nice 73, 74, bicentennials, and a 77. And there is a 2024 up here. This is basically my whole collection for half dollars. Once again, no silver. Just Kennedy. As you may see here, I have now organized these by year, but actually by design. The top one is the newest, the bottom one is the oldest I have. As you can see, I have quite a few presidentials, only 2 Sacagaweas. I don't know how do you pronounce it. We have 4 Susan B. Anthony's and 2 Ike dollars. One of them being the bicentennial, not silver, and one just being a 72, just completely normal. And one of my Susan B. Anthony's, fun fact, the only 1980 I have, you can see all these are 79. I've already checked them for the thin rim. That is an S mark right there, 1980S. Now, as you may see, I am not just an American coin collector. I do also enjoy collecting Canadian coins. Obviously, not as much, for this is like my whole collection. But I have quite the diverse stuff here, such as Canadian pennies from 2001, 1982, 1962, 62, and 1939. Nickels from the years 2008 and 1977. A singular dime from 2017. And 3 quarters, one of them which being from 1999. This is technically my least minted coin in my collection, being with only 75,000 minted. It is the not bicentennial, 150th anniversary of Canada on the loonie, quote unquote. And finally, we have a 2022 $2 coin. As you may also see here, I am just like Canadian coins. Like, I like foreign coin collecting as well. Like, this is a 20 centavos from Mexico. I think it's pronounced 1 krona from Iceland. A British 1 penny, a British 2 pence, British 20 pence, and a British pound. Bahamian 1 cent coin. A Japanese 50 yen, We got a 10 Pfennig from Germany in 1950. In euros over here, a 20-cent euro from Portugal, 10-cent euro from Spain, 10-cent euro from the Netherlands, 5-cent euro from Portugal, and a 5-cent euro from Germany. It's a lot of foreign coins, at least for now. Next up, what we have here is tokens, bullion, and other no cash value items. We have a Ball State University coin from like graduating or something, I don't know. An Alaskan commemorative that I got from visiting Alaska. A tax token, not tax token, this is the wrong one. This is a arcade token, actually. No idea, to be honest. This is the Missouri tax token that I have. We have a car wash token, no cash value, and I just got this from a Kinetic Sandbox, to be honest. It looks cool, but it's not even close to being real. Lastly, what I have here is I have it in a plastic bag because I accidentally touched it one time and now it is rotting. It is some copper bullion within the shape of a buffalo nickel, or design of a buffalo nickel, and right now's currency, I think it's like $4, but yeah, this is all just like not worth anything, like no face value or anything like that. Now, what's next here is just basically me being a small-time bill searcher. I will rarely ever make these videos, like maybe like once in a month if on a good day. But what we have here is 2 silver certificates, not bad. A 500 something from Tanzania and a 50 something 5 centésimos, I don't know how to say that, from Chile. As you can see, I'm not too big of a bill searcher, but I still get my stuff every once in a while. Last thing that we have up here is basically my table itself. As you can see, I changed it again. Here we have Henry Ford still rocking for the 3rd change in a row. That is for a different video that I will do pretty soon. Here, the wooden board and the purple wool over here, this is basically just so like coins don't roll off the table, or and like other necessities don't spill and off the table where I'd have to go under the desk and all that. Here is basically the sum of my entire coin collection. My bills. The 4 Pringle cans over here are basically just duplicates. The tubes, this one is, I'm gonna do the other hand. This one is basically 1996 through 98 cents that couldn't fit in any of the albums. This is a roll from the 2024 Denver incident. My Indian head cents. These are all my wheat pennies, or all the duplicates I have. Obviously they're not in there because they're wheat pennies. The 2024 Denver incident, but better. A 3rd person in the Green Gang has showed up. We'd had Kermit, then Mike Wazowski, and now Soldier Person. I'm naming him Soldier Person. A piece of quartz. The chances are I'm good ball. That's not for now. Paper, I've changed it again. Henry Ford goes back up here. This is where all my Ike dollars go. And my bullion, the copper bullion thing. Over here, those are my tools. Down here, more tools. And this is basically my table for you. That metal thing also supposed to be a wall support, so no coins do any mean stuff. Thank you for watching this like 16-minute video of me just info dumping about my table and coin collecting so far. My P.O. box is not ready yet.